The office was dead silent except for the faint rasp of Uncle Victor's voice, barely above a whisper. Please, Zara, I know we've got history, complicated history, but Miles needs you. His eyes, once sharp with judgment whenever they landed on me, now shimmered with desperation. I leaned back in my chair, letting the quiet stretch like a tightrope between us. The irony wasn't lost on me. This man, the same one who'd told my adoptive parents I'd never amount to anything, was now perched in my office, pleading for my help. That's a heavy charge, I said finally. My tone cool and professional. Possession with intent to distribute? Tough to beat, especially with the amount they found. Victor's shoulders sagged. He's a good kid who screwed up, he muttered. Your Aunt Lena hasn't stopped crying since they hauled him in. I nodded. Memories of Aunt Lena's warmth flickering through my mind, her quiet efforts to include me at family dinners while Victor kept his distance. My name's Zara Brooks. I'm 32. A criminal defense attorney at Harper & Stone in Chicago, with a knack for winning cases others call impossible. My record? 23 not guilty verdicts in the last 5 years. What started as a kid's dream of justice has become my life. I was 7 when the Brooks family adopted me after my biological mom died. Daniel and Margaret Brooks, my new parents, were loaded, educated, and hell-bent on giving me every shot I'd never have had otherwise. But not everyone in their posh, white world was thrilled to see a little black girl join the fold. Victor fought my adoption tooth and nail. She's from the wrong side of the tracks, he'd sneered. She'll never fit in. It's unnatural. Even at 7, I caught the drift, my skin, my past. They were problems to him. Fast forward 25 years, and the tables had flipped hard. Victor's son, my cousin Miles, was staring down a drug rap that could steal a decade of his life. And me? I was his best shot at dodging a cell. I'll need everything, I said, grabbing a legal pad. All the case files. And I want to talk to Miles alone. Relief flooded Victor's face. Thank you, Zara. I won't forget this. He fumbled with his briefcase, pulling out papers, when my phone pinged, a news alert. My stomach sank. The prosecutor? Ethan Pierce. A slick DA with big political dreams and a personal grudge against me since I torched him in court last year. This wasn't just a case now, it was a war. Growing up Brooks wasn't a cakewalk. My adoptive parents had my back, but Victor and the extended family? They watched me like hawks, waiting for me to crash and burn. At every holiday, Victor paraded Miles's wins, honor roll, soccer trophies, while tossing me sidelong glances that screamed, prove you belong. When I did, top of my class, full ride to Northwestern. Yale law degree. They chalked it up to Daniel and Margaret's money, not my grit. Miles and I? Complicated doesn't cover it. 4 years younger, he wasn't cruel, just a sponge for his dad's vibe. Over turkey and stuffing, he'd hit me with zingers. Do you know your real dad, or did you grow up in the hood? Not mean, just clueless enough to remind me I was the outsider. As years rolled by, I saw less of Victor's crew. My career took over and I stuck to big holidays only. Victor seemed glad I stayed scarce. At my law school graduation, he muttered a stiff congrats before bolting to talk shop with Daniel. I built my rep taking on the hopeless cases that made other lawyers flinch. My secret? Obsessive prep, wildcard strategies, and a knack for reading people. I could sway juries, humanize clients, no matter the rap sheet. That hustle landed me respect and a fast climb at the firm. Word about Miles trickled in through the grapevine. He'd flunked out of college, was finding himself, and had fallen in with a rough crowd. Victor's proud boasts dried up. Last Thanksgiving, I caught Aunt Lena whispering to Margaret, "We're worried about Miles. Victor's out of ideas." I didn't dig deeper, figured it was standard parental angst. Should have known better. Victor's plea hit 3 months after he trashed me at my parents' anniversary party. You did a noble thing taking in Zara, he'd told Daniel, but wasn't it draining raising someone else's mess? My dad shut him down fast, but the jab got back to me via a cousin. It burned proof that, despite my wins, Victor still saw me as a pity project, not family. That night, I pored over Miles's file in my apartment, wineglass in hand. It was grim, cocaine in bulk, scales, baggies, text screaming dealer. The cops played it clean, the warrant was tight. Ethan Pierce would have a field day unless I found a crack in their armor. My phone rang, Margaret checking in. Victor told us about Miles, she said, cautious. And that he came to you. I sighed. It's bad, Mom. Her voice softened. You don't owe him a damn thing, Zara. Not after how he's treated you. That threw me. My folks usually dodged the Victor drama, keeping the peace. What do you mean? A beat. We hoped he'd come around, she said. But we've heard how he talks about you behind your back. My throat tightened. Like what? Doesn't matter now, she backpedaled. Just know, if you walk away, we've got your back. After we hung up, I sat there stunned. They'd known all along but stayed quiet. Were they shielding me or themselves? Next morning, I met Miles at county lockup. He looked shrunk, bravado swapped for fear. Cousin Zara, he tried a grin. Dad says you'll fix this. I'm thinking about it, I said, neutral. But I need the truth, everything. His story spilled out slow. He'd started dealing to feed a habit that kicked off in college. The bus wasn't a fluke, it was years of bad calls catching up. Does Victor know you're hooked? I asked. Miles laughed bitter. Dad doesn't buy addiction. Says it's weak. Classic Victor. As we talked, something clicked. Miles wasn't the enemy, Victor was. Why help me? He called as I left. Dad's been awful to you. I turned. Not doing it for him. Driving to the courthouse, I called my investigator, Theo. Dig deeper. I need ammo for reasonable doubt. In the hall, I ran into Pierce. Heard you're repping your cousin, he smirked. Touching. But this one's a slam dunk. We'll see, I shot back. His grin widened. Victor's kid needing you funny, right? Especially after what he said at the bar dinner last year. My gut iced. What are you talking about? Oh, he didn't tell you? Went off about how diversity hires get ahead they don't deserve. Everyone knew he meant you. Fury surged. Victor hadn't just snubbed me privately, he'd trashed my career publicly. Next day, he showed up with coffee and donuts, all fake charm. Thought we'd brainstorm, he said. I cut through the fluff. Did you tell the bar I only made it because of affirmative action? He squirmed. It might have come up. Legal talk gets spicy. So you tanked my rep while begging me to save your son? You're twisting it. Yes or no, Victor? He floundered. Look, this isn't about us, it's about Miles. I stared him down. The guy who'd fought my adoption, who'd iced me out, now wanted a free pass. I'll defend Miles, I said, flat. For him and Lena. Not you. This stays professional. He nodded, tense but grateful. The case was a beast. Theo found the lead detective, Carter, had a habit of cutting corners, nothing case-killing, but a thread to pull. Pierce dangled a 5-year plea. Miles wavered, Victor balked. Dismiss it, he barked. That's why we hired you. I bit back frustration. He wanted miracles, not reality. 3 weeks in, Theo dropped a bomb. The prosecution's star witness, a snitch who'd bought from Miles, had a rap sheet of lying for lighter sentences. This could crack it, I told Miles. But we'd have to lean into your addiction. His face fell. Dad'll hate that. Your life, not his, I snapped. That night, I pitched it to Victor and Lena. Victor exploded. No addiction story. Fight it clean. Lena hesitated. If it helps Miles, Victor shut her down. It'll ruin him. Prison ruins more, I countered. He stormed out. Lena stayed teary. He's scared of losing Miles. Of failing as a dad. Then she dropped it. Victor's brother died of an overdose decades back. Black market pills after a job injury. When you came along, he saw another risk he couldn't control. It didn't erase his crap, but it painted a picture. Pierce upped the plea, 3 years, parole in 18 months. Victor nixed it. Find better, he growled. Done with his games. I laid it out for Miles alone. Your dad's tying my hands. Addiction could get you probation. He wavered. Let me talk to him. Hours later, Lena called. Miles had confessed his habit to Victor, who flipped. But Miles greenlit my plan. I filed motions shredding the snitch's cred and got Miles a psych eval, substance use disorder, official. Victor raged. You stabbed me in the back. After all we did for you. All you did. I fired back. You fought my adoption, belittled me, trashed my career. I'm saving your son despite you. He tried to fire me. I held firm. Miles decides. Not you. A week before trial, Pierce caved, probation, rehab, no jail unless Miles slipped big. Too easy. Theo called. A new witness, Miles's old roommate Paul, busted last night by Carter, claiming Miles supplied him years back. Coincidence? Hell no. I ambushed Pierce with Carter's shady history. Looks like coercion. Bad optics for an election year. He blinked. Then rewrote the deal, no jail, even with setbacks. Done. A month later, Victor asked me to his office. You saved Miles despite me, he said raw. I was wrong about you, everything. He slid over a photo, his brother, and a gift. A nameplate, Zara Brooks, Esquire. Proud to share the name, he choked out. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. Miles thrived in rehab, aiming to counsel others. Victor donated big to my scholarship fund for kids like me. At the firm gala, Pierce tried a jab. Victor buying forgiveness? Family's messy, I said coolly. Justice isn't about winning. It's about what's right. That 7-year-old girl, eavesdropping on her worth, had grown into a woman who didn't just win. She rewrote the story. Quietly, profoundly. Justice prevailed.